So in this video, we're going to talk about ordering, whoops, help if I have my pen, ordering integers. And so what we're really doing is rather than make a whole list of all integers and put them in order, we're really going to be comparing pairs of integers. So for example, use a less than sign, a greater than sign, or an equal to sign to compare the following. And so you'll see these problems that kind of look like this. Maybe -6, and then a box, -8, 11, and then a box, 1, 7, and then a box, -7. So for all of these problems, we want to remember about a couple things. So we want to first think about a number line. So on a number line, let's say here's 0. So if I started listing out the numbers as I went out this way, we'll put a couple of numbers on here. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And if I started listing them over here on the left-hand side, remember that's where the negative numbers are. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, we'll go one more, -8, since my problem has -8. And so remember, if a number is to the left of another number, it means it's less than it. So if we first look at our first pair here, I have a -6 and a -8. So here's -6 and here's -8. So if I compare those two numbers, the number that is smaller out of that pair is the number that's more to the left. So as we move this way towards the left, the numbers get smaller. Right? And in terms of negative, that kind of makes sense if you think about it in terms of money, right? Losing $1 isn't quite as bad as losing $8, right? So if I was walking down the street and I reached into my pocket and money fell out and I lost that money, it would be worse if I lost $8 than if I just lost $1. So -8 is the smaller number. And the thing is we want to be able to write that. So this is going to sound kind of corny, but when I first learned these signs, the less than sign and the greater than sign, I was taught to think of it like the mouth of an alligator, and the mouth is always going to eat the bigger number. So if we look at -6 and -8, the bigger number is -6. And so we're going to be eating the -6. So the mouth has to be open and eating the -6. And then 11 and 1, 11 is the bigger number. And then 7 and -7, the 7 is the bigger number. And we can even do other pairs too, right? I could do -12 and -2. I could do 5 and say 5, and we can even do -1 and say 4, just to give us some other variety. So of -12 and -2, -2 is bigger, so the mouth is going to eat the -2. 5 and 5, they're exactly the same, so that's what the equal sign means. Equal sign means the two things are exactly the same. And -1 and 4, again, if you eat the bigger number there is 4.